Hey guys, Matt here, trying out my new webcam today. Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Bridesmaids. Now, before I saw this movie, when I first heard about it, I thought, okay, we're going to get a nice, fresh, new comedy for women. And then when I saw the trailer and the poster, then I thought, okay, now we're going to get a nice, new, fresh comedy for women that's going to resemble The Hangover. Now, after seeing the movie, it was really funny, and though the plot was different from The Hangover, it's one movie that could actually give The Hangover a run for its money. So, for those of you out there that are worried that this is a comedic version of Sex and the City, don't worry, because it's not. It's a movie that guys and girls can both enjoy. And it stars a great cast of comedians. The movie is directed by Paul Feig, who directed mostly TV shows. He did an episode of 30 Rock, Arrested Development, Parks and Recreations, and I believe he did an episode or two of The Office as well. The movie stars Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, Melissa McCarthy, I believe, is the standout of the movie. She's the bigger woman, and she's like the Chris Farley and the Jonah Hill of this movie, whereas not only is her physical comedy great, but her one-liners are just as good. The movie also stars Rose Byrne, who was most recently in Insidious, as well as Ellie Kemper, who plays Kelly in The Office, and Wendy mclendon-covey, who plays Officer Johnson on Reno 911. So the plot of the movie is Kristen Wiig plays Annie, this woman who used to own a cake shop, but unfortunately it went under, and then her life became a slow and steady downward spiral. And her life is a mess because she has two terrible roommates and a mom that's everything but normal. Now, her life does have some perks, but one of the perks is a friend with benefits played by John Hamm, who's a real jerk, so that goes to show you how good her life really is. But then a glimmer of hope comes in the form of her best friend Lillian is getting married, and so Lillian asks Annie to be her maid of honor, which Annie accepts. Now, the movie up until this point is kind of slow and had me kind of worried because Kristen Wiig wasn't her funniest in these first 10-15 minutes of the movie, but then the comedy comes as soon as you meet the rest of the bridal party, the rest of the women in this movie. And I've got to say, there were moments in this movie that had me in tears laughing over. I mean, there were parts that I laughed at, and then there were parts that I laughed at and I just couldn't stop. Because a lot of the moments are, raunchy, like a Farrelly Brothers movie, but also unexpected, like The Hangover. There were times where I'd be, calming down from laughing so hard, and I just couldn't believe that a scene in a movie or a scene like that just happened. So it was a lot of fun. Everyone in the theater, was cracking up, and there are times where a scene would pass, but I would remember it and I would just start laughing all over again. This movie is gonna go down as one of the best comedies ever because it has so many one-liners, just like your Hangover and your Step Brothers, and it's gonna be a movie that people that see it are not gonna forget anytime soon. So though this movie is really, really funny and does have much to offer the guys in the audience, it also has, the cutesy, girly things as well regarding the bonds of friendship between two girls, as well as a cute little relationship between Annie and a cop, who, by the way, the cop is played by Chris O'Dowd, and maybe it's just me, but this cop looks like if you were to take Breckin Meyer from the Road Trip movie and Gerard Butler and put him together, that's exactly what he resembles. So, if I had to rate this movie from a 1 to a 5 on a comedic scale, I would definitely give it a 5 out of 5 because this movie was so much funnier than I anticipated, and I'm glad it was. So, Bridesmaids. It's probably going to be the biggest competition for Hangover 2 this year. So, how will it fare against the Wolfpack? We'll see. Till next time, guys. See ya.